Psalm 147, verse 3. He healeth the broken in heart, and bindeth up their wounds. Short, punchy, and honestly the kind of slogan you'd want on a battered mug. But let's sit with it for a minute. What the verse says, plain and simple. He healeth. Present, active, ongoing. This isn't a one-time PR stunt. It's a continuous action. The broken in heart. Not just dramatic heartbreak, but the everyday kinds of breaking. Grief, shame, loneliness, disappointment, anxiety, the slow drip of unmet expectations. Bindeth up their wounds. Imagery of a tender caregiver, cleaning, dressing, and tending injuries so they can heal. What it meant then, briefly. In ancient contexts, this described God as a compassionate sovereign who notices and cares for people who are wounded by war, loss, exile, or social rejection. The language is both physical and emotional. God treats inner and outer hurt. What it means for you, and me, today. We live in a noisy, fast-healing culture that often mistakes distraction for recovery. Social media offers quick fixes. Therapy waits weeks. Grief shows up at awkward times. This verse refuses the hurry. Healing is an act God does for those who are hurting. It affirms that being broken is not disqualification from God's care. It's the very condition that attracts it. Practical, contemporary translations of the verse. God pays attention to heartaches. He doesn't just notice, he acts. Binding up wounds suggests closeness, not a distant decree, but hands-on care. That matters when you feel unseen, or when your pain is too small for headlines, but too big for you to carry alone. How to live that reality now. Concrete steps. Bring it honestly to God. Short prayer, journal entry, or whispered truth. I'm hurting. You don't need fancy language. Let people in. Healing often happens through flesh and blood relationships, friends, family, church, or a counselor. God uses them. Get practical care. If your heart is broken by trauma, loss, or depression, professional help, therapy, doctor, is a God-honored tool. Small rhythms, rest, honest Sabbath, simple worship, and service. These are not magic, but they're the salve in which healing often takes place. Be patient with the process. Binding up takes time. Scars are evidence of healing, not failure. A final nudge, gentle but firm. If you're doubting whether God cares for little hurts, He does. If your wounds feel embarrassing or inconvenient, God won't tuck them away and forget them. He heals the broken in heart, and He's still in the business of binding up wounds. So bring your mess, your cracks, your midnight texts, and let healing begin, one careful, loving stitch at a time. And if anyone offers to fix you with a motivational quote, politely point them to Psalm 147:3. Then go get a real cup of tea